crossing into Ecuador.
New country today.
Yes, exciting. The plan is to drive all the way to Cuenca. Tomorrow afternoon probably will continue.
Yeah, we still have 900 kilometers to the spot where we will leave the Papero to go back home for a while. We wanna be there on Tuesday night. Today is Sunday.
Let's go to Ecuador. Here we come.
We're Luca and Julia, and this is our adventure.
Since quitting our office jobs in 2024, we've been living in our tiny home on wheels, Papero, a capable 2005 Mitsubishi Pajero Sport. Our setup is simple, our dreams big, to travel the world.
We're currently overlanding the Americas, from Ushuaia all the way to Alaska. Today, life teaches us that sometimes the road decides for you. Our simple plan to leave the Papero in Ecuador for a few weeks and later explore it completely backfires when we come back to massive protests and road blockades paralyzing the country. With our temporary import permit expiring in only a couple days, things take an interesting turn.
Subscribe if you haven't already and come along for the adventure.
Bienvenido a la República del Ecuador. Made it.
Welcome to Ecuador. Our country number.
I don't know.
Need to check.
Maybe 32 for the Papero.
I think maybe 33. I'll check. So it's country number 33 for the Papero.
Congrats, Papero, and thank you.
Thank you for taking us all the way to Ecuador.
Such a good boy.
It's so much greener. So beautiful. We're in Cuenca, we're taking a walk around town. We unfortunately don't have a lot of time to visit this beautiful city, but maybe we'll come back. We'll take you around.
Cuenca is a UNESCO-listed city known for its beautifully preserved colonial architecture and its relaxed rhythm of life. In some parts, it reminded us of home. We wander all the way south to the river, admiring the historic bridges and elegant buildings before stepping into the cathedral, filled with light. Even if only for a short time, we loved soaking in the atmosphere of Ecuador's cultural capital.
Found something. It's not a Papero, but it's an E30 M3 wagon. It never existed like this, but there's been many people around the world building them. Love it. One day we'll build one.
Muchas gracias. ¡Tarán! Ecco, ya hice la foto. Tuvimos una estadía impecable, gracias.
Gracias a usted. Ya les voy a abrir la puerta.
Muchas gracias. Left Cuenca, we're driving north towards Quito. Don't think we'll make it to Quito today. It's not a super fast road. It is sure beautiful. So gorgeous and so unexpected too. It's like super green.
Quite Swiss.
Yeah, it looked pretty Swiss. So beautiful with the sun. And in the valleys, there's clouds and they're so dense. They look almost solid. And you see them from above because we're at 3,000 meters, obviously. What's new? The Andes. Really liking Ecuador so far. Beautiful landscapes and absolutely lovely people. Let's keep driving through this beauty. We stop on the side of the road in Cajabamba, just under the Chimborazo volcano, which looks stunning. And we got food from a stall on the street. We got these morocho, which is milk. It's warm and it's sweet, so it's probably, it has something else in it, maybe honey, I don't know, and other stuff that makes it a little more dense. It's delicious. And then these giant empanadas. What Luca's eating is like,
they're like this.
A fifth of the original empanada. Look at that. It's like as big as my hand. And yeah, very cool. All of this was $5 for like 4 empanadas, 4 tortillas, this drink, and un humita over there. So, pretty good. Good morning! Last day of driving. Today we get all the way to Ibarra, which is where we will leave the Papero. Today is also the day that we reach the equator, latitude 0 in the world. So that's the Papero crossing the equator for us. We'll actually cross it because Ibarra is already in the northern hemisphere and we're still in the southern hemisphere. We're just south of Quito right now. Then from Ibarra, we'll cross the equator again in a bus or taxi, who knows, and go to Quito, where we'll spend tomorrow night before flying home to Europe.
So last night in the Papero tonight.
Oh! Yes, we crossed the equator officially on our last day in the Papero. 77 kilometers to go to our destination, and that's it. No more driving. Let's go. Good morning.
Good morning.
The last good morning in the Papero. It's really sad. We'll see the Papero soon, and we'll bring him lots of goodies.
This we will do.
All right. I just finished eating some chocolate that our lovely neighbors gave us. So nice. And we're putting everything back in the Papero. We emptied our water tanks. They're drying in the sun right now. And Lucas cleaned the fridge. That's his task. No, I've also cleaned it before. Our bags are ready. Bringing a few things back. It's mainly the parkas that we got in Antarctica. They're very, very bulky. So they're going in there. And then there's a few things in the backpack. So a laptop and one of the light bars, the one that's not working. We got a replacement in Europe waiting for us, which we'll bring back. And then I have this little bag for myself. Kind of proud of it. Of course, fanny pack. Everything else is staying here. And now I will put it back in its place. Okay.
Time has come.
Basically ready to go. All of our bags are there.
Wash the fridge, it's drying in the sun.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. And what we got here?
So this is for insects, the ones that eat your clothes. We don't know the name in English.
I don't know. I guess the Papero will smell pretty badly when we come back
No.
with these things inside, but that's to protect the clothes. And we don't really need it here, but rather be safe than sorry.
Put in the Papero so that hopefully no humidity will damage anything inside.
I think we did everything. We packed everything. No need to disconnect the batteries. They will stay charged with the solar panel.
Ate up all the food that was still lying around.
Gave away what was left over.
Ready to go? All right.
Sleep well, Papero.
Yes. Here we go at the airport. Yeah, goodbye Ecuador. See you very, very soon. Back at Quito airport.
A bit fatter.
Yes, we spent 2.5 months in Italy. It was amazing. And now we're back. The adventure starts again. And it starts in an adventurous way.
With a bit of trouble.
Yes. Let's find our driver. I think it's that white car. Suzuki. All right, our driver is picking us up. We'll explain this.
We'll explain. Yeah.
Good morning.
You see, it's hard to find time to do anything, even to film and tell you
What's
left
going
you
on.
without telling you what's going on. Yeah.
So first, it's 5 a.m. and we're waiting for another taxi to take us to Ibarra, where our Papero is. The road between Quito, where we are right now, and Ibarra is blocked by protests and road blockades. It's been like that for the past few days.
Our issue is that the Papero is in Ibarra,
Yes.
and the temporary import permit, the tip, expires in 2
2
days. Yeah. For us, we can stay another 85 days, I think, in Ecuador, but the Papero cannot. And for every day that the Papero overstays, we have to pay a fine of around 400 euros per day. To drive the Papero back to Quito to the customs office and then get a new permit for another 90 days, not possible due to the road closures.
We're trying to get to the Papero and trying to get to the border to Colombia.
Then cross and get then maybe a new tip if we come back into Ecuador.
Ibarra is pretty close to the border, and it looks like, for now, the road to the border is open.
Yeah.
And the worst is happening in between Ibarra and Quito.
So we just drive around to the coast, to the north, then back
Yeah.
down to Ibarra.
And instead of the usual hour and a half, 2 hour journey, it'll be 10 hours.
Yeah.
Just like the flight.
Like the
yesterday.
flight Madrid to Quito that we took yesterday.
Yeah. But
At least jet lag is helping us to wake up early.
fingers crossed. Let's hope.
Fingers crossed, let's hope everything works out. It's not fun, we're very, very tired. Let's get the Papero and cross the border.
Yes, it's the most important and urgent right now. So we'll keep you posted.
Mm, 12 hours later.
Jesus Christ. All right. Ah, there was indeed some water.
Yeah,
You did the right thing. That's good. Hello, Papero.
These smell quite a lot.
These we can throw away.
Oh, we already know his starts because he was moved here from the storage area, and but it's the first time we start him.
Yes. Okay. Not too good.
Not too good, Test drive.
Yes.
Papero has been smoking a lot, which he did not do in the past. The first time that the engine was actually under load, going up a small hill, it smoked like crazy and we left a proper cloud there. We turned around and went back down the hill and the cloud was still there.
It looked like a cartoon.
It looked like a cartoon, really, yeah.
Not a fun one, though.
No, so we were a bit upset. Now we've driven a bit up and down the road and it got better. So I think it's just oil that over time just went through the valve shaft and dripped into the heads, into the cylinders. Maybe that's why.
Good morning. Back to our coffee.
We have much better coffee in the Papero than at home. I think we still have 5 different kinds of beans. Because whenever we find something that's inspiring, we just buy it, and then we end up having, 2.5 kilos of coffee. And we don't have much space, but we dedicate lots of space to the coffee.
Yes.
And it's lovely to have this coffee again.
Yes. So good. So good. We'll go soon.
Yeah, and we'll go to Colombia, speaking of coffee.
Yes. And we're off! Back in the Papero.
Towards Colombia.
Yes. Let's hope we make it. The Papero's doing fine. We were worried, as Luca told you.
He just did like being parked there for 3 months, and
Yeah.
I think they fired him up once to move it to the camping area out of the storage area,
Yeah.
and just turn him off again 2 minutes later. And I think he didn't like that. Like cold start for 2 minutes and then off again
Yeah.
after 3 months. But looks good now, and
Yes.
the engine ran super smoothly yesterday too.
Yeah.
That was actually impressive. Now headed to the border with Colombia. It's 2.5 hours drive.
Yeah, let's hope we find no strikes. That's our biggest worry right now.
The big detour we drove yesterday with the taxi, 12 hours. We heard about other people that left with another taxi earlier and they found that road blocked off.
Yeah.
And we did find some blocks that had just been cleared by the police.
Yeah. So we were very lucky.
Apparently it's blocked now again.
Yeah.
There's some rumors that they might block the bridge on the border to Colombia. The bridge we want to cross in a couple hours.
Yeah, that's not as worrisome. If that's the only thing that's blocked, that's fine.
I guess we can drive to the Ecuador side, go to the customs,
And cancel the
tip and leave the Papero part at the customs and wait for the border to open again at some point. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
First, let's make it there.
Yeah. Fingers crossed. Wish us luck. Here we go. We are in Tulcan. We're 2 kilometers away from the border.
Maybe it's so far.
Yes, so far all good. It's very crucial for us to cross today to cancel our tip because it's expiring tomorrow. We really need to cross today.
No roadblocks so far.
No.
Just the signs of an old one, probably a couple of days ago. Long queues at every single gas station, even the last one, which is 3 kilometers from the border.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah, of course people don't have fuel because it's all blocked. Yeah, it's a messy situation.
But still, the lines at the gas station.
Not comparable to Bolivia, not at all.
Nothing compared to Bolivia. Nothing.
In 600 meters, turn left.
There we are.
There we are. Let's go.
Guess who just managed to cancel the tip?
Yes! Okay, so we're legal.
We're in no country at the moment. We gotta cross the bridge, which is the one that they were saying they might close.
But it's not, it's full.
It's open for now. We cross and we check into Colombia, and then we go to the first campground. I think it's just 2 kilometers
And
behind
sleep
the
for a
border.
week.
And we stay there a week, 2 weeks, I don't know, but first we sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But let's go. It's very cold.
Yeah, it's quite cold.
Yeah. Let's get into the car. Bienvenidos a Colombia! Woo! Let's go.
We spent a week on the Colombian side of the border, working on the Papero, resting and waiting for things in Ecuador to calm down. Unfortunately, they didn't. Such a shame not having been able to properly visit the country, but this is how travel goes sometimes. On the bright side, we had twice as much time to visit Colombia, a country that truly stole our hearts. But that's a story for next time.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to not miss an episode, and if you like this one, please let us know in the comments below. See you in 2 weeks.